Today I'll be walking you through how to install the Quinly wireless hub kit. The kit is mostly pre-assembled, so it'll be very simple, but it comes with three main components. One is the hub that comes in this electrostatic bag, a cable for connecting the hub to your printer. This cable will vary depending on what printer you selected when buying the hub. And then finally, a high quality 5-volt 3-amp power supply for the hub. And you have the option of a US or EU type outlet with this. To install the hub over an Ethernet network is very, very quick and simple. We can remove the Wi-Fi antenna since we won't be using that. Take the hub out of its bag. And you'll see the hub is already assembled. It's got the fan inside. It comes loaded with the Quinly software on the SD card. It's already been tested. So all you need to do is take the hub, connect your USB cable to one end to the hub, one end to the printer you're going to control with Quinly. Then get your Ethernet cable and plug that right into the hub's network port. And finally, take the power cable and power everything on. Once it's on, it'll take a couple minutes to do its first boot and initialization. And once it figures out what printers it's connected to, you'll see its IP address show up on your printer's LCD display. Setting up the Quinly hub for Wi-Fi is very simple as well. The first thing to do is take the hub, flip it over, and you'll see a notch at the back on the bottom. That's where the SD card is. So just push in on the little purple stripe you see, and that'll pop the SD card right out. We're going to put this in our computer and add the Wi-Fi credentials on this card so that the hub knows what network it can connect to. And if you're on Windows, you might see a whole bunch of messages like this pop up. Make sure to click cancel or close them. Do not format the disk because that'll corrupt the SD card. So just hit cancel until all of them are gone. Some File Explorer windows might show up depending on what version of Windows you're on. But once those are all closed, you can open up File Explorer and scroll down until you see a USB disk called boot. Click on boot and you'll see a file called wifi.txt. That's where we're going to put our Wi-Fi credentials. So you can just double click on that, open it up in Notepad, enter your network name and enter in the password, hit Control S to save, or you can just file save it, close out Notepad, and once you're done, just right click on boot and you should see a menu that says eject. Just eject it safely. You can eject it like any other USB or SD card. Once it's ejected, safely pull it out of the computer and we'll go back to the hub. Now that we've got the Wi-Fi credentials loaded on the card, we can flip the hub back over, push the card gently back in with the text facing out towards you. There should be a click once you've pushed it all the way. Then what we'll do is connect the wireless antenna. If you're using really large G-code files and need some extra download speed, I'd recommend plugging it into the blue USB 3 port. Then all you need to do is take your connector cable, plug one end into the hub, the other end will go to your printer, and you're pretty much set. After that, all you need to do is power it on and you'll see the IP of the hub show up on your printer LCD after a couple minutes. If you'd like to use a camera with your Quinly hub, you can use any USB webcam and simply plug it into the third available USB port. The camera will be automatically recognized by the hub, and it should show up in the user interface after a few moments. If your camera does not show up right away, it might be a driver issue, so restarting the hub by unplugging it and then plugging it back in should resolve it. If you have any questions about the install, please contact us on Discord or at support@3dq.com and we'll be happy to help you out. The Quinly hub comes included with mounting hardware for 3030 aluminum extrusion, which is provided in every Quinly kit. We recommend mounting it to the bottom of one of these feet here. like so. Slot those T-nuts in and just tighten them down with an Allen key. Once everything's safe and secure, you can reposition this antenna to hide it under the panels that usually go here. And take the connector cable, keep it all underneath, and plug it into the 3D printer's main board. Once you've done that, you can just power the printer on, and we'll also plug the hub in. After about 10 minutes or so, it's going to run through the first initialization, gather information about your printer, do a little bit of self-setup, and once that's done, you should see the IP address display on your LCD screen. And now we just enter that IP again in the address bar, exactly as it's shown on the LCD. Don't forget to type :8080, and once you hit go, the Quinly UI should show up. I'll wake up the printer. You'll start to see temperatures, and from here you can upload your files and start queuing things.